Okay, so here we have a word problem. A large explosion causes wood and metal debris to rise vertically into the air with an initial velocity of 112 feet per second. The polynomial, which they give us right there, 112t minus 16t squared, gives the height of the falling debris above the ground in feet t seconds after the explosion. So we got a little physics formula here. A, use the given polynomial to find the height of the debris 3 seconds after the explosion. Answer, after 3 seconds, the height is blank feet. So what do we do there? Well, this is just a plug-in. They're telling us 3 seconds. Remember what it says right here? T is the seconds, huh? So that just means plug in T equals 3 to the formula. So grab this formula, bring it down. 112t minus 16t squared, and plug in 3 for t. See that? I just plugged in 3 for t. Hit the buttons on your calculator. And so it's going to be, what's this? 336 minus 16 times 9. What's that? 336 minus 144. And then that is, I don't know, what is that? 56, 106, 108, 100. I think it's 192. So I think it'd be 192. Yeah, so there we go. So that's that part. Now part B says something else. Part B says factor the given polynomial completely. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to factor. So I'm going to take this 112t minus 16t squared. I'm going to factor it. Now, how do we factor something like this? Well, factor. So step 1, take out the GCF that's in common with 1 parenthesis. So what's in common? What do they share? What number? In fact, what's the greatest number that goes into both those? We'll try 16. And it won't work. If you divide them both by 16, 112 won't work. If you go divide by 16 on your calculator, it'll be some kind of decimal thing. It doesn't work. So that doesn't work, okay. Well, what else? What else can we try to divide them by? 8, right? Because you know 8 goes into 16. Divide them both by 8, does that work? I think it does, right? Isn't it 14? Yeah, 14, and this is 2. So I divide, so just try stuff on your calculator. So I would try 16 first off. I would try dividing them both by 16, but the 112 doesn't work. You can try to be a decimal. Then I tried dividing by 8. Why? Because that's the next highest thing that goes into 16. I'm looking at 16. I'm saying, what's the biggest thing that goes into 16? Everybody see how am I thinking? I look at the smaller of the two numbers. I say, what goes into 16? Well, 16 does. Try that, and the other one didn't work. Then what else? 8. Right. That's the next thing. Now, if 8 didn't work, I moved down to 4, and then 2. But I'm just thinking about the different things that go into 16 and then trying them on the other. Does that make sense? So what goes into 16? Well, 16 itself, and then 8, and then 4, and then 2. Keep going down the line. I need the greatest, the biggest number that they share in common. It's going to be 8. So so then I go over here and go, okay. So they share in common 8, and then they both have a t. Remember when it comes to letters, you take the lower power, because that's the most they share in common. Now, how do you know what goes on the inside? Whatever works. 8 times what? Well, 14. We already found it right here. 14 minus, you don't need a t there. It's already got the 8t times 14 will go back to 112t. You can check it on your calculator. And then 8t times what? 2t squared. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, it is divisible by 16, isn't it? Am I messing up? I'm totally messing up. I was just assuming. Let me go back. Sorry, guys. You divide by 16. it actually works, doesn't it? Is it 7? Okay, and that's 1, my mistake. 16 does go in. All right, so let's go back. So then you do put the 16 in the front with the t. And then what does that leave? 16t times what? 7 minus 16t times what? T. Right? 16t times 7 will make 112t. And 16t times t will make 16t squared. And there we are, we're done right there. We can't go any further. Why not? Because this is just first power. You can't break it down anymore. It's just done right there. You don't need to do the thing they're talking about plugging in. I mean, it's true, but whatever. We're done right there. There we go.